Okay, we're on our way to the Clinton Nature Center on Lily's birthday. So for her birthday, we're going to release our 10 monarch butterflies. So the Clinton Nature Center's in Clinton, kind of in a weird spot. It's in the middle of a neighborhood, but we are gonna go there to release the butterflies, to search for mushrooms, and to show you guys some of the cool stuff that's on offer there. You should go to the Clinton Nature Center. If you're not already members, you don't live in Clinton, it's worth the drive. It's a really cool place to take your family. And they do a donation box. So I think it's like $2 per person as an entrance fee. If you're members, of course, it's free. We highly, highly recommend it. It's one of our favorite homeschool locations. Okay, so we're at the Clinton Nature Center in their butterfly garden. We're gonna release our 10 monarch butterflies that have been growing. But before we do that, we wanted to show you guys what they have here for you to check out. So one of the first things they have is actual life cycle of the monarch butterfly. So it goes through each stage here. And if you've been watching our live stream, then you know the different stages. But in case you haven't, so we start here with our eggs, which then move to our caterpillars. And as you can see here on the board, the egg stage here, these little white ones, and then the larval stage, which is moving into the caterpillars that we know so well. Once our caterpillars get gigantic, which they did very quickly, it didn't take much time at all, we got our cups in the mail, and our caterpillars were probably about this big. And within 2 days, they were like this big, and they were ready to create their cocoons or their chrysalis. This is the pupa stage. So they create these chrysalis like this. Can then hang from a branch, can hang from the lid of a cup, can hang from a leaf. You see it here. When they first create these, they're actually sort of a light brown color. And as they become ready to emerge, they get darker and darker. So that's how I knew that our last one was almost ready. His chrysalis had turned practically black, and he emerged not too long after that. And what comes out is the beautiful butterfly that everybody recognizes. You can see it down here on the end. This is the monarch butterfly. And we have 10 of these that have hatched. All of ours came out of their pupas just fine. No deformities, no nothing. They are super excited to leave. So today, on Lily's birthday, we're gonna release all 10 of our butterflies. So this is a better view of the butterfly garden. They've got a really nice little area to come sit and hang out and watch butterflies in this bridge. You see Lily there getting ready to release. They keep it pretty overgrown, so they have plenty of things to attach their eggs to. They unfortunately had to cancel their egg collecting this year. Normally they come out and you can collect the eggs and kind of keep them safe until they're ready to move on to the next stages. When everything's blooming, these are the native wildflowers they have here. It's beautiful in the spring. You can see some of them have already started. But Lily's gonna go ahead and release all 10 of our babies to their new homes. Go ahead, Lily.
Okay, let's see if he won't hit me in the face.
She's a little worried about him hitting her in the face.
Yeah, I'm afraid we'll kill them. Okay.
They're not quite sure, I think.
Yeah, they're still like kind of fun. I don't want to hit them though. You don't want to come out, guys? Please. It's my birthday.
There's one.
Step on him.
Tip it a little bit so they can
Like
sort of
kinda
fly.
like that?
Yeah.
Guys.
They might not want to leave.
One got out, so that's a good thing, right? Come on. Please. No?
Okay, we're gonna pause for a second to help Lily out.
Gosh.
Come on, little butterfly.
They're like, they don't know what to do.
They're like, what is happening? There's our orange.
Are they coming
There's
out?
one.
Yeah.
There's two.
They're traumatized. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, look, there's one. Look at him go. Oh.
You getting them all?
Yeah. There they go.
They're like, I can see their little antennas of it shaking.
They're getting used to it. There's another one.
Is that almost all of them?
We got one more. He doesn't want to come out.
Oh, it's that one.
Here we go.
There's two actually.
Did I get them all? Yeah, I think I got them all. Look at them all there.
They're still kind of.
You're like, what?
They're still kind of shaken up at the moment.
So we're here releasing our butterflies who were just chilling on the grass, and we came over to the pond to see if we could see any tadpoles. And actually you can see here on the rocks there's actually some pretty huge ones.
Yep, they're I think they're about to get their legs soon actually. Probably in like another week or so.
So for those of you who don't know, frogs also go through a form of metamorphosis, and when they are first hatched out, they actually live in the water. They have tails, they look like little fish, and they get their legs later. And it looks like these two little guys are almost ready for their legs to pop through, and then they'll lose that tail, and then they'll be able to move out of the water.
There's these like skitter bugs, these water bugs sliding across the water.
Every time these guys see our shadows, they shoot off.
See this little bug kind of skating across the water?
Yeah, the little water bugs.
Yeah. Call them surskits. That's a Pokemon. That's based on them. Yeah.
Oh, here's a little baby one.
Yeah,
He's much smaller. It's kind of hard to show you guys in the water here.
they're pretty.
See him on the rock.
I remember I caught some tadpoles when I was like in preschool.
That one's a really big one, but I don't know if you can see him.
Drop your phone.
Oh no, I'm trying not to drop my phone.
The tadpoles have something.
The tadpoles will be playing with my thing. So another reason that we're out here today, one was to release our butterflies. Two was to kind of show you guys a little bit more of what the Nature Center has to offer. But three is to show some mold and mushroom growth and some lichens to our middle school science class. So here we have a tree stump, and you can see the growth on the stump. Some looks older, some looks newer. As we move around the outside, it becomes much more pronounced, and you can see the different growth here. A little closer for you guys. And also down here at the bottom, along the roots, you can see some mushroom growth. Now remember, it's very difficult to tell if mushrooms are poisonous or okay to eat unless you've been studying them for a while. So if you find mushrooms in your yard or in the forest, don't pick them up and eat them unless you're very sure that they won't hurt you. So we won't be touching many today, but we are gonna look and see in this misty rain if we can find some more mushrooms. Oh, look.
All those grubbies.
Look at our decomposer friends. You can see all these like grubs.
And a worm. That's
And a
centipede,
worm.
actually.
Or centipede, yeah, it is a centipede. So when you roll back logs to look at your decomposers, you can see some running here. You want to be very careful. You never know what might be hidden underneath. So you always want to roll the log back slowly away from you, just in case maybe there's a snake or a small animal underneath. And then once you finish looking at it, you want to carefully roll it back to its original place. Before we do that, you see the mold here?
Our
science kids and
a cockroach.
our science kids will remember that mold is super helpful for decomposing, for breaking down animal and plant matter. Oop, that one's like waking up. So we're going to roll it back over to let them go back to sleep and back to eating. So mushrooms are the decomposers of the plant kingdom. So a lot of times you'll find them on dead plants and trees, like this tree that's fallen here. And so it has a pretty consistent growth. These mushrooms will help break it down. And the plant matter will be able to be used by other plants and other animals for whatever they might need. Okay, so after lots of searching, we finally found the sort of stereotypical mushroom here. And you can see it's growing out of this log. And you see its mycelium here and its stalk right there. That's the part that makes it stand up. This is the cap, like it's wearing a little hat. And if we turn it over, I want to be careful not to break it. You can see its gills, almost like gills of a fish. Ooh, I don't want to break him. That's where the spores or the seeds come out. The mushroom is a bit like an iceberg. Most of what you're seeing here isn't the entire thing. So the mushroom has these little hair-like, very thin protrusions coming out of the bottom of it that remind people of roots or veins. They actually travel all through, and that's what makes more mushrooms sprout. And so these mushrooms, this is just the top piece that runs all through here. Those are the hyphae, and the hyphae are what allow more mushrooms to pop up through here. So here's another example of some mushroom growth. I left Lily behind. She didn't want to tromp all the way through. You can see all the different ones growing here. All right, so here's another great example of some mushrooms. Let me uncover them here for you. The best time to do this is right after a rain. It's actually still sprinkling right now, so this is the best time to look for them. It's a little difficult. Let's see, Lily, can you get down there? Can you see the gills underneath it? There we go. Those are its gills where its spores come out. And let's see, Lils, can you see this white? Let's see, the white on the stalk of the mushroom here. Those are the little hairs. The collection of them is the mycelium, and all underneath here is the hyphae. And these are all probably from the same grouping. There's one right here underneath Lily too. These are all from the same hyphae, the same plant, same fungus. There's one here, it looks like it's been eaten. So these all grow from the same ones, and they'll continue to sprout. There'll be more of them that'll come out as the rain comes. There's a little baby one.
So this is an elephant tree. If you look closely enough, you'll start to see the resemblance of why it's named an elephant tree. It has the trunk over, like the little tusk of an elephant, and you can kind of see the little head shape of the elephant kind of being there. And the whole entire trunk of it is like an entire height of tree. It's a big old tree too. It's the elephant tree.
The elephant tree, that's right. So another really cool feature of the Clinton Nature Center is this nature play forest. It's closed right now due to the COVID-19, but you can see here it's all natural materials. The kids come out and they play all through here. There's a fence kind of towards the back there, but there's like big trees they can climb on. There's water-based play. There's the sandbox. It's a really cool area. Out here they have a couple more things like some drums and stuff to just make a lot of noise like kids like to do. This is actually right at the front of the Nature Center. Lily. This building here, they host events. There's also usually bathrooms that are available. It's closed at the moment. It's kind of hard to see. There's like a little notice board here that gives a list of events. Also has a little free library attached to it. So a super cool place to come out and hang with your family. Multiple trails, multiple opportunities to go out and be loud and touch things and get in the middle of nature in a safe way right here in the middle of Clinton. So it's a really awesome place to bring your family. It's a really cool place to homeschool. You can do so many different things right here in one spot.
Turtle face.
Right,
You know, my name's Floyd, not Memphis. So I put him right here?
Yeah, and he should go. Oh, look at him go.
He's like, nope.